All right. What's going on, everybody? Now we're coming back with part two. And I won't be before you long as we give the Lord all the honor, the glory, and all the praise. My title says, when you paying me, then you can tell me what to do. But when I'm volunteering, you can't tell me what to do. This is part two on the Minister of Music and musicians video we was talking about. Now I want to bring out another point, but not saying that everybody is like this, but a lot of musicians, men and women, have this mentality. So this is part two, and that's why I want to title this, when you paying me, then you can tell me what to do. But when I'm volunteering, you really can't tell me what to do. Now, a lot of y'all ask me, like in the first video, why is it the minister of music is pretty much the only one on salary in most churches, and then there's some where others are on salary. And we covered that. And then we talked about why musicians do the church like they do the church, and why preachers allow it to go on, you know. So in part one, to the pastors once again, I'm going to say this like I said in part one. Let me say that right, because this is very important, and it destroys the church when you allow anything to go on, especially in the music department. I was about to say in the movie department, but in the music department. And when you make this statement, pastors, that just show up on Sunday morning services, that's all I need you to do, is just show up that morning. Don't worry about coming to no kind of teaching, no Bible study, no Sunday school. Try to make rehearsal if you can, but if you can just make it that morning, we'll pay you for that. That is why the majority of most musicians do not come back to 3:30 services. Now, I'm saying that to go back to this title. A lot of them will tell you, well, if you paying me, then I'll do what you tell me to do. But then you got the musicians that'll say, well, I'm just volunteering my services, so really I ain't got to come to everything, and I don't have to do everything they tell me to do because I'm just volunteering. Now, I'll be there that Sunday morning, but that Sunday evening I'll be in the club making my money, or at a restaurant making my money. This is why it goes like it goes, because a lot of times there is no agreement being put in play. And when you are on the job, once again, you need to know what your job is all about. What are you doing? You know, what are you getting paid for? Do you need to be at this? Do you need to come to that? So much that's being left off in the church because you don't see a lot of order. You see pastors that's getting desperate and desperate just to get music in there, and they get so desperate, not all of them, that they'll hire in anybody. They will. This is why you got so many messed up musicians in leadership, you know, messed up minister of music. That's why so many things is just going downhill, because there's no order. And the Bible teaches us to do what? Do things in decent and in order. So you got to start putting things in writing on what and what not to do, because if you don't, the church going to be ran any kind of way. So when you think about the ones that's volunteering, and then let's keep it real, you got some real humble, faithful musicians out here who care nothing for money at all. Money is not even what they in it for. Their heart is right, and them the ones that get taken advantage of, like we talked about in the other video about the musicians. But everybody's not like that. And most people I know, when they start volunteering, you know, they take their time very seriously. And it's not just like this with music, my brothers and sisters. Even at the North Texas Food Bank, I see a lot of people volunteering. Even with Big Brother Willie, people are volunteering their services. And some of those ones, when you working with them, they'll tell you, hey man, I ain't getting paid for this. So I'm not finna do all that what they talking about doing. Now if they was giving me some money, that's the same way a lot of musicians are. Hey man, they ain't giving me no money for this. My brothers and sisters, y'all know I got at least 5 to 10 pastors a week who's calling me talking about, JT, just find me anybody. You know, I don't even really care, man. You know, just get them in here. We'll worry about everything else later. And that's wrong. That's backwards. And I tell them, don't call my phone no more with that mess. I don't care that your name is Pastor this, and you calling me, telling me to just recommend and send you anybody. That's the case. I'll go get a whole bunch of these cats I know that don't do nothing but just mess up the church. If you that desperate that you will allow anybody to come in your church and harm your people, something's wrong with you. You should rather go with no music at all than to have a messed up minister of music and musicians in position. I'm just being real, y'all. So with that being said, that's a little part 2. I want to cover that in this video. Lay down the rules. Lay them down. You'll cut out this confusion. So with that being said, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. Y'all have a wonderful one. Peace out.